So it's the American Mason Laundry pulling 138 that is establishing a very early lead over Andrew Radin from Canada, Dominic Mulrain in third place, Ryan Tuttle from the USA level in fourth. Well, he's just lost that fourth place to Braden Durchak from Canada. Matthias Essig back in sixth, seventh place. Miles Quinton there too. Close with Lewis Riddle, who's just pushing through. These positions changing in the early part of this race. But Mason Laundry, if we get a look at him, there's Andrew Radin, the fourth place athlete. There's Laundry. Look at him. He looks so relaxed. He doesn't look like he's doing anything, does he, Natasha?
No, he does not. He looks like he came in with a plan and he is setting his pace around that 30 stroke rate. So nice and low, I guess, in terms of other races we've seen around a 30. His fellow competitors are some a lot higher, some a lot lower than that. But this is only the first 400 meters of the race, and the temptation, especially in this level where there isn't too much experience, is to try to stick with the person in front of you. So I think what a lot of these athletes are thinking right now is row your own race. We're heading into the middle 1,000 meters. Find your split. So I'm sure we'll see this leaderboard start to flip a little bit more as we find these different splits. Now you can see on your screen we have those white boats. Those are just showing the first, second, and third place from the prior heat. So we get to see that as spectators, and we get to see how these athletes are doing. And so far, I would say it's a very competitive pace in this second heat. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, really competitive. And to think of how far Adam El Shanawi was out in front of his heat. There we see Andrew Radin in sixth place at the moment. Andrew is pulling 150 splits, so he's probably going to be looking for a time over 7 minutes at the moment, but still out in front, Mason Laundry. He looks so relaxed, very mature style. Nice high pull as well at the back end of the stroke from the American. Wonder where he's come from in America. Not sure of his bio details, but he's cool there with his cap. Petersfield, is that Petersfield College, Natasha?
I think so. I think it's Pittsburgh College here from
Yeah.
Ryan Tuttle, and he is also from the U.S., made the trip up to Canada, and he's fighting for his third position with Matthias Essig. They are now approaching the middle of that race, but very competitive splits here. If we remember in the last race, we were hovering around a 145. These are going, we have Mason Laundry with a 137 here. But even Braden Durack in second place, he's at a 139, and Ryan Tuttle is at a 142, competing with Matthias Essig at a 143. So very close times here as we get a pan around the arena to all of these athletes working really hard. Mason Laundry starting to breathe a little bit harder here, but he knows he has a very strong lead, setting up for a very competitive time here at the World Rowing Indoor Championships. So I'll look to him to keep this split down 137, nice and consistent as we go through the 750 meter of this race. But it seems like there's a lot of close races happening even down the leaderboard, right, Martin?
Yeah, Ryan Tuttle is going toe to toe. What is he, 7 meters ahead of Matthias Essig from Canada? Just a position change there. Andrew Radin went ahead of Hudson Stort. Andrew Radin has got down to 146. He was at 151s, I think. He's really put down his splits in this third quarter of the race. And Mason Laundry out in front. He's extending his lead over Durchak from Canada to about 25 meters. Ryan Tuttle is just holding that third place lead at the moment over Matthias Essig. But I think it's interesting that Adam El Shenawani is really pulling up that white boat of the person in the first heat. He's just edging up the leaderboard. And it's interesting, fascinating to see if he's going to move into, what is it, fourth place at the moment. Essig just in front of him as they come towards the last 500 metres. Mason Laundry hasn't really deviated. He does look so relaxed. It's been a fantastically impressive performance from this young man with his cap on. Looks the part, doesn't he? And
He really does. And it looks like as he goes into this last little section of the race, he's bringing the rate up 31-32. Same thing is happening with Matthias Essig. He's up around a 34-35. So you can see the pure effort on his face, but he really wants to overtake Ryan Tuttle here. So there's 1 meter in between the two of them, and it looks like Essig is going to get the lead here at a 35 stroke rate, a 1:43. He's chasing after that third place title. Here, Braden Durkak, impressive performance from him as well. 1:36. He's really got a sprint going on here as Mason Laundrie just holds on at a 1:41. He's just trying to get through the line here as he finishes his race with 100 meters left to go. Martin, take us through it.
He's got plenty of time at the front end, doesn't he? Slides up. There's no rush at the front end. He gets his big muscles collected, Laundrie. As we look at Durkak there, just closing the gap on Mason Laundrie. 6 meters, 5 meters, 4 meters. Oh my goodness, I didn't think it would be that close at the finish, but Durkak came back just half a second. Laundrie is so pleased with the win. But just in the last part of that race, Natasha, Essig crosses the line. He will cross in still sub 7, so 6:30 is an amazingly fast time for an under 17 rower. There's the second place athlete. He nearly got it. He's got to be frustrated, hasn't he, that he didn't win that race? Absolutely.
He is, and I'm sure he heard his cheering squad as they saw him moving up and up, closer and closer. You almost think if the race had been 10 meters longer, would he have made it into that first place position? So that's that timing, and I'm sure he's going to come back next year very hungry for that title, because that was quite a close race. Half a second in between your first and your second place leaders. And we can see from the previous heat, we have Adam El-Shanawi. He is moving into 4th position. These are final times, unofficial final times, but these will be times used to crown our winner. Very competitive time up the top, Mason Laundrie. We saw